Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it is currently Sunday. So I don't know why I had to think about that. And I just woke up. It is currently 9 a.m. Sunday the 8th of December. And I leave tonight to go to New York. Well, I leave to go to the airport to go to New York. I normally stay at an airport hotel the day before I go because my flight tomorrow is at 9 a.m., which basically means that I need to be at the airport at like 6 a.m. or something like that. But I have a day ahead of me before I even get to that point. So last night I had probably one of my last gatherings that I'm gonna have with my friends in my apartment, and it was a really nice night. Look, if you remember my vlog from the last day where I had my little Polaroid book, so I got photos individual of all of us last night. I also got my nails done yesterday, do you like? I also went into town, and you know the way I'm gonna try get Mariah Carey to sign this vinyl? I got the new edition of her Christmas album, the 30-year anniversary, because I know that she'll appreciate that I have, bought the 30th edition one. Not me specifically, but like that a fan would buy it. So yeah, I need to figure out if I am going to stay in an airport hotel or I'm going to get an Uber like really early in the morning to Heathrow. But either way, we leave tonight in some format. If we're doing the hotel, we're probably gonna leave later. I have so much to do before then. Travel days and travel prep are always stressful. The one difference this time is I haven't had to factor anything in with the dogs because they're back home in Ireland, which has definitely saved a lot of stress. Also, we're currently, I don't even know if you can hear this. We're going through, quite honestly, one of the worst storms in the UK that we've ever seen, and it's been going on for days on end. And I live in Brighton, which is a seaside town, and let me just say my apartment has been getting absolutely fucked. So I can't wait to escape this weather, but I'm going to be escaping this weather and going to New York, which is going to be even colder, but just probably less windy, hopefully. As you can imagine, the apartment is in such a state. I actually made my own charcuterie board last night, which was a big hit and a big success, and luckily there's not that much food left over. We just stayed in all night drinking. There are wine bottles everywhere. There are wine glasses everywhere. There are beer cans everywhere. There is mixer everywhere. There's vodka places. There's little snacks here and there. And whenever I, was going to bed last night, I was going to start cleaning. But, oh my God, we were just having the best time that everyone ended up leaving at like 3 a.m., and then by the time everyone left, I was so exhausted. So I just immediately went into bed and was like, I'll wake up early tomorrow, which I have. The thing is, I need to go into town to get a couple things, just like last minute necessities for traveling. I also need to get a pair of new jeans as well. And also, I really want to see Wicked today. Like, I don't have time to see Wicked, but like, I'm considering going into town and then coming back from town, going and seeing Wicked, and then cleaning the apartment and doing it in that order. My mom finally saw it last night, and I can't believe that my mom has seen it before me because my mom watches so little movies, and she was like, Adam, you need to cut the bullshit and you need to go. And the reason I've been waiting to go, even though I've been counting down all year and I've been listening to the soundtrack every goddamn day, is just on the basis that I don't like going into a cinema when it's really packed, because you can't control other people making noise, or you can't, and it really, like, I get really irritated and really pissed off by like even the slightest noises if I don't want to be hearing them. Also, I hate eating noises, so when a cinema is really packed that I have someone beside me and they're munching down on food, I literally go crazy. So I'm looking at a screening for 10 a.m. and it looks like or 10:50 a.m. and it looks like one of the least packed ones yet. I mean, and by that, I mean there's probably 2 empty seats between each people. But I'm concerned that they're going to get booked up and be busy after I book it. So I'm going to book them closer to the time if I even do that. I might not have time because, again, I need to go into town now and then get a couple things, sort something out. I also would like to get a matcha now. We'll come back. If we have time, we'll see it. Also, there's other screenings today. But a big concern about going in the morning time as well is that, like, kids will probably be there and they will be fucking so loud. I've never been to a screening where babies and children haven't been there, where they've been fucking screaming. Pisses me off. So anyways, I am going to just pretend that I don't see the mess. So, I mean, what do I need to clean down here? We have, like, Diet Coke and fucking wine and shite And then over here, I mean, all of this needs to be cleaned. I mean, we have snacks, we have moth cocktail cans, we have... Oh my god, my friend Ed brought me flyers, which was so sweet. I love Ed, they're so sweet. And then we have, this is the leftover tables. And we have like vapes lying everywhere. It's a mess. It's also really weird to see not the crate up. Sorry, it's really early for me, please, like bear with me. It's really crazy not seeing the crates like set up for the dogs and stuff, but obviously the dogs will not be coming back to this apartment because I'll be moving by the time I see them again. Well, not by the time I see them again, but the time I see them in this apartment. You know what I mean? It's too early. I don't want to... Let's not speak technical right now. But anyways, it truly was just such an amazing night. I have not laughed that much. And you always hear people be like, I never laughed that much. Truly, I was like stream tears of laughter. There was just so much giggle. But as for right now, I'm going to go into town because, again, we need to get a move on today. So we're going to go to Bershka. Should we go to Bershka? Is that the one I'm thinking of? It's wherever these trousers are from. We're going to go there either way, and we are going to get some new trousers. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I am currently whispering in the lounge. It is 6 in the morning. It is 6:19, and it is Monday the 10th of December, and we are going to New York today. I'm being so quiet because there are so many people around me. But anyways, we had a safe journey into Heathrow today, which is the airport, and I'm sitting down. I just had a little bit of breakfast. I had some eggs, some sausage, some tomato. For some reason, like, tomatoes are like really growing on me, especially when they're sun-dried. I feel like I'm maturing, you guys. But anyways, today has been off to a very, very, very great start, and I think the main reason for that is I've never traveled like this before, where I haven't had to like have the dogs be dog sat, and I haven't had to like hand over the keys to my apartment. Like, I have the keys to my apartment right now because obviously the dogs are back home, and you know, no one needs to be like apartment sitting right now, so my apartment's just gonna kind of sit empty until I get back on the 20th or 21st or whenever of December. So yeah, I came, I had my breakfast, I got to film some videos. I didn't know what I was going to do, whether I was going to check into a hotel last night or I was going to travel up early this morning. So what I did was, because me and my friends had the party, like games night, like 2 days ago, or like 1 day ago, losing track of time here, I was kind of hungover and like kind of tired the day after, so I was able to actually sleep the entire day. So I slept from like 3 p.m. until like midnight, and so that kind of allowed me to rest and not check into a hotel. And then I just Ubered this morning because it's too early for trains or anything like that. But I always love being in an airport lounge because I always feel so sophisticated and I want to know everyone's stories around me. Pretty sure someone just sat beside me. I'm in like a little pod. But anyways, after my breakfast, I'm doing the thing that I can do, and probably only the place that it's only socially acceptable at 6:20 in the morning. Having a glass of white wine. You know, that's not that jarring for me to drink right now, just on the basis that, like, I've been up for 6 hours, you know. And I also got a little plate of grapes. I love grapes. Hear the crunch. There was no crunch, but they are juicy. Anyways, my flight was supposed to be at, like, 9:50, and it's been moved forward to 8:30 for some reason. So thankfully I was like time management and I was here early, so I have a bit of time to go. I think for right now I'm gonna like hang out in the lounge for a little bit. I'm gonna enjoy my grapes. I'm gonna have my glass of wine. Maybe I'll be naughty and have 2. I love that when people are like, oh, I had a sweet treat. I'm so naughty. I'm like, what I will say is I'm not having a successful day when it comes to airport staff. Whenever I arrived at the terminal to, you know, put my bags through and stuff, I had went to the area, but my flight changed from a British Airways flight to an American Airlines flight because they're like sister companies or whatever. So I show up at the British Airways one and I ask where the American Airlines desk is going to be. So I get redirected, I go to the desk, and I'm like, hey, is this the right desk, whatever? And they were like, let me see your ticket. And they were like, no. Why would you fucking come here? They didn't swear, but they were like, why would you come here? This is not the right one. They're like, do you see the line behind you? Like, why would you come here?
this is not the right one. And I was like, oh, well, the worker told me this. And they were like, okay, it's not the right one. I don't know what else to tell you. And I was like, oh my God, that was a lot of confrontation for like early in the morning. So then I asked someone else and I was able to get it. The person who was doing my bags as well was in such a bitchy mood and was like charging everyone for like extra weight on their bags and stuff like that. And I know my bag is overweight and I did get charged for it, which normally everyone would like let fly. Like, I don't think I've ever had an instance where, other than going to Tennessee, where my bag has been overweight, where I've been charged, because it's always been just a little bit where they're like, we don't see, but this bastard today was like, I'm charging everyone. And he was like charging everyone. So I knew it was coming, specifically because I knew it was over. I've packed so fucking much for this trip. You have no idea. I can't believe I'm going back to New York. I can't believe I'm going to the Trisha Paytas show tomorrow. That to me is just so funny. Like, it just feels so funny. Like, yeah, I'm going to a Trisha Paytas show in New York. I also have the Mucker meetup tomorrow. I don't know how that's gonna go. I hope it goes okay. There's always a little bit of a fear that like someone will show up who's like a fan of someone that I talk about and they'll be like, I fucking hate you, or they'll confront me or something like that. Not that I like couldn't confront them back or anything, but I'm like, it just like changes the vibe. So I hope tomorrow's like good vibes, and it's gonna be the most chaotic day of my entire life because the Mucker meetup's at like 2. And I said 2 until 4, but I'm pretty sure it's going to go on longer. But I need to go back to the hotel, get ready to go to the Trisha Paytas show. But I also want to, like, pre-game the Trisha Paytas show because, like, love, but, like, I'm not going sober. I need a few drinks before I go. So, yeah, tomorrow's going to be really hectic. But I'm really excited for it. And then the next day, I think I'm going to the Mariah Carey themed bar with my friends Anna and Kat, and then the next day is our first Mariah show, and then we're going to 3 over, well, they're coming, I'm going to 1 with Kat, 1 with Anna, wait, I fucked that up, it's too early. I'm going to 1 with Kat and Anna, I'm going to 1 with Kat, and then I'm going to 1 on my own. Let me take another sip. Also, everyone around me is drinking coffee, and then you have this bitch over here. I don't give a fuck if it's 6 a.m. I have a 9-hour flight ahead of me. Do you know how scared I am of flying? I'm going to be drinking this. Please. So yeah, this trip feels exciting in a different way as well because I now know that my, time in Brighton is up. And I'm, very much so thinking of moving to New York. So I'm going to be looking at New York very differently on this trip. More so, I've been to New York so many times that, like, I don't do the touristy things anyway. But I'm going to start, like, really kind of looking into what areas I like and what apartment complexes I like the vibe of and stuff like that. I've really been going back and forth the last couple of days of when my tenancy ends in my Brighton apartment in February, before I start, my work in America in June, trying living in Paris for like a month and a half, 2 months, because I'm practically not going to have an apartment, so I may as well base myself out of somewhere. And I don't want to immediately go to New York when I leave my Brighton apartment because I don't really have enough time, you know what I mean? Like, I need to put all my stuff in storage. I'm going to be moving out. I'm going to be home for Christmas most of January. I also am going to be doing tour rehearsals. So, like, it just feels very hectic to immediately jump into America, even though that's kind of where I want to end up. And also, I've always wanted to, attempt living in Paris anyway. So I feel like it's such a perfect time. And I feel like it makes more sense to go to Paris first, then go to America, rather than go to America and be like, what if I wanted to move to Paris? You know what I mean? I'm feeling really positive. I think it's going to be a really fun trip. Also, I got my mom and dad's Christmas presents yesterday. My brother Josh, I'm taking to Japan again, so his Christmas present is already that. Okay, hello everyone. We are currently on the plane. It is now 9:27 in the morning. And yeah, everything went super smooth today. The flight is looking good. There's like a little bit of turbulence because there is currently a storm in the UK, so we are like flying through that. But because it's like an early morning flight, they are just serving a little bit of like breakfast. So I've ordered like a little bit of like a cold charcuterie meat set. The only other option was like a full English breakfast, but I had that at the lounge. But yeah, that's the update. I had a long call with my mum before the plane took off. I was talking to one of my friends as well. But as I was saying earlier, it's like weird for me to be going to New York right now because again, everything is very much so in the decision-making stages of moving to New York. The Brighton tenancy being up, So it just feels very weird that like one day soon I'll be making this journey, and it's like to actually live there. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so ironic because I bought the 3 pieces of furniture actually. I have this like leather set, and I bought them because I was like, oh my God, like I'm in another year contract in Brighton, like I may as well, buy some furniture, like be an adult. I'm renting right now, which means that I can move from place to place in Brighton. I may as well bring my nice sofas with me, only for me after the year contract in Brighton to be like, actually, I want to move out of Brighton. I was talking to my friends about it the last night, and I think all my friends agree as well, and I know a lot of my friends are actually also planning on moving out of Brighton for like different reasons. I know a lot of them are in like long-term relationships where they're moving back home, wherever their home may be. And I know a couple of my other friends are moving to London to kind of be in more of a city, because Brighton does feel very small when you've lived there for a long period of time. But let me tell you something. The way I talk about Manchester, if you do not know the lore, I moved to Manchester for a year, but I only ended up living there for like a month or 2 because I hated it so much. I always talk shit about Manchester, but I will never do that with Brighton. Like, Brighton to me is such home, and it feels like where I really find adulthood and where I came into myself, and I will always have so much love for it. And I think that's what's different about the move this time is there's nothing negative. It's just like I'm moving on in a sense. Like, I don't want to do another year there, but it has nothing to do with the place. It's just that I feel like I've like overstayed my welcome in a sense. You know what I mean? Also, God, there is no concept that I have of plane times and time zones. I feel it at the airport, but specifically on planes, like it is 9 a.m. right now, and this flight is 9 hours, and we land, and it's going to be 11 a.m. in New York. I'm not going to sleep this entire flight. I'm not even going to attempt it. I have such a fear of flying that I can't even attempt to sleep on flights. The only time I ever slept on a flight was whenever I was so sick and I was like knocked out the entire flight with like cold medicine. So I'm not going to take that just for the sake of sleeping, you know what I mean? But anyways, I'm excited to see how my first day in New York is going to be, because we're going to be up for like 24 hours before we even get there. I'm hoping to see my friends tomorrow, but even if not, we'll just walk around and see the vibe. I'm just so excited to be going back. I was talking with my brother Sean today about the fact that like we are approaching the Christmas season, and the fact that like we're all going to be back home soon. I don't see my brothers that much. I specifically don't see my brother Sean even when I go home, because he lives in Belfast. My other brother Josh lives, at home in Derry for the meantime, so I see him more often than I see Sean. But it really is that one time a year that we just all get to see each other, and it's so lovely. And I don't know, seeing my friends for our little Christmas activities in my apartment the last day with like games and drinking and just catching up really made me excited for doing that with my brothers. Only my brother Sean really drinks, but like me and him will, I'll be doing my wine, he'll be doing his like rum, and we will be drunk at that dinner table by like 4 p.m. and the rest of our family really don't drink. Maybe my dad will have like a Baileys, and my mom will have like 1 glass of wine, and my other brother doesn't drink. But let me tell you something, me and my brother Sean will be getting drunk. There are 4 people that are sat like facing me, like it's so my seats face forward and their seats are faced like backwards. So I currently have 1, 2, and I can see 3, 4 people like just like wondering who I'm talking to, because my camera is so far back, so they don't know who I'm talking to, but they see that I'm holding something, so they don't know that the muckers are here. They don't know that the fucking muckers are here. So yeah, I'm feeling very positive about this flight. I've learned as well that my approach to a flight really depends on how much like anxiety I get. And ironically, I get more anxiety on flights that are like an hour long to like London to Belfast whenever I go back home, because they're much smaller planes and they feel the turbulence so much more. Whereas, obviously, I'm on an international flight right now, and they're much bigger planes. I don't know, I feel like a little bit safer in them. I don't know, this is me just trying to tell myself that I feel okay right now. I'm excited for them to take a drinks order, because I'm going to be ordering either a glass of wine or a glass of champagne, and you fucking can't tell me anything. I don't give a flying fuck if it's 9:33 in the morning. I will be drinking that. Do you know that I have to be in a constant state of tipsy on a flight? Otherwise, I have a huge panic attack, and I'm not even kidding. My family can tell you, my friends can tell you. Like, I genuinely have to be in a state of like wine drunk, wine tipsy on a flight to like not freak everyone out. I'm staying in the hotel that I stayed in last year and the year before and the year before and the year before. Like this tradition that I have of going to New York in December time and going to the Mariah Carey concerts, I somehow have always booked the same hotel each one, and I always book the same room. And now I've booked the same room style because on like a website like booking.com where I book my flights, you can choose what kind of room you want, and I always choose the same specific one. And for some reason I've always gotten the same room on the same floor the last like 3 years. So I'm very intrigued to see if I'm going to get the same one today, and if it is, I'm going to be like, wow, it feels like my little bedroom whenever I'm in New York. So yeah, I'm just really excited. And you know that, or you may not know, and if you do not know, then I'm grateful, but I have been an emotional wreck recently. Like I've been really just, I don't know what has came over me. I think just a lot of stress with a lot of things together. So I'm so excited to just have this 2 weeks, I think it is. I mean the 9th until the like 17th, 18th, to just enjoy seeing my friends in New York, enjoy New York. And again, I dreamed of going to New York during Christmas time, and the fact that it's a fucking tradition is crazy. And I saw my Facebook memories, which apparently is the only way that I'm able to like keep up with what I've been doing over the years. It's also the only way I know when people's birthday is. That's the only reason I don't delete Facebook, because if I wish you happy birthday, the only reason I find that out is because of Facebook, no shade. But this time 2 years ago, I think it was, or 2 years ago, I think, me and my mum were in New York, and it was the first time that me and my mum were in America together, I think, and it was such an amazing trip. And I'd always dreamed of going to New York during Christmas time, and I'd always said those wishes to my mum whenever I was younger, and the fact I was able to bring her, it was great. And I think back on that trip all the time. And then this time 2 years ago, in like a month or two, I went to New York for the first time with my mum and dad. And now I normally don't travel with my dad. You know, his work schedule's a lot more intense in terms of like holidays and stuff like that. My mom's a teacher, so you know there's like periods where she won't be working, but my dad, you know, like there's very little holidays. But this one time I was able to get both my parents available, and we went to New York together, and I will always cherish that trip so much because again, I had both my parents there, and we stayed in the New Yorker hotel in New York. It isn't the one I'm staying at this time, but I stayed there, you know, whenever I first came to New York, and I loved it. So yeah, I just have a lot of really great memories whenever it comes to New York. Oh, and I see that they're serving the food. Also, one of the fucking flight attendants is really sexy. I don't think he's assigned to my section, but like I need him to be. I need him to be assigned to this pussy. I don't know if you can see this, but the notification I just got is Trisha Paytas' show is tomorrow. Don't worry, babe, I won't forget. You're like one of those travel YouTubers right now. I'm like super intimidated. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It looks like dog food. I've never seen plain food like this before.
Don't go croissant.
I'll do a croissant, please. Thank you.
Would you like honey or jam?
Could I do jam, please? Thank you so much. Thank you. This diva, he went, do you want honey or jam? And I said jam, and he gave me honey. Okay guys, I need to show you this. I have been on a lot of flights in my time, and I have never seen a meal look like this ever. This is like shocking. It's really funny. It looks so gross. What the fuck is that? It said charcuterie board. What the fuck is that? Why is there so little of it as well? Sorry, are we being so fucking generous today? What the fuck is this? I'm not even kidding. This looks so unappealing. Oh my god, this is like so bad. What is this? It has like a weird fish taste. I'm just gonna eat the bread because I'm not even kidding. It tastes like gone off fish.
Hi.
Can I do champagne, please?
Champagne.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Is it straight champagne?
I'll just do it straight.
Okay. That's how I like mimosas too.
I was about to say, I love my mimosa with like a little drop.
Like I'm just, like not even mimosa. Just champagne.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, friend.
Thank you. Okay, cheers, muckers. She didn't judge me for champagne, and thank God, because the diva beside me, the woman in the seat beside me, also got a champagne. And I don't know if you heard that encounter, but she was like, oh, like, do you want oranges for your mimosa? And I said, oh, no, I'm fine. And she went, that's how I like my mimosas. Oh, I love her. This is also so much champagne. It kind of tastes like how the smell of dog food is. I'm not even kidding. Anyways, I'm going to put salt and pepper on this damn bread and eat that. But at least we got this. That's good. The fishy taste and the fact that this was supposed to be like a meat charcuterie board. I don't give a fuck. I'm hungry. I'm eating it. We've got some fruit. No grapes. Some pineapple. Oh my god, that is so flavorsome. Wow, that shit good. You know what my favorite thing to do is? Get really high and eat pineapple, because it is such an explosion of flavor. I'm so happy. Weed is legal in New York. Bitch, we're gonna get high. I don't know what this orange one is. Is it melon? Also very refreshing. God, I love Brit. Just looking out on the clouds and how high up I am right now. This is panic attack inducing. Some blueberries. Not the biggest fan of blueberries. They're also stale as fuck. Anyways, one thing that I love talking about, and I think about it all the time whenever I'm on planes, is that I used to be so obsessed with planes. Like, I used to be weirdly obsessed with planes and weirdly obsessed with airports. Let's talk about it. So, in my life, I've gone through many different fixations. And for a long time, one of those would be flying on planes and going to the airport. Now, until I was probably the age of 17 or 18, probably 18, I would go on a plane once or twice a year on our family holiday. We would go to Spain, and we would fly there, and we would fly back. And I'm not kidding, all year, I would, like, research the airport. I would research the type of plane we were flying, and it was always an EasyJet plane, which is, like, the cheapest kind of plane you can fly in the UK. It's like one of those low-cost airlines. It's the one I fly back and forth from London to Belfast to go home. It's also probably one of the only options to fly. Or like Jet2 Holidays. It's like another like budget airline for like family holidays kind of things. You know what I will say as well? Like, I was thinking about this on the Uber ride up. As a family, we didn't have a lot of money at all. But my entire childhood, I look back on and I feel very spoiled. And I know that my mom and dad did not have money. Like, I know that they did not have money. And, like, working multiple jobs and, like we did not have money at all. And money was a stress. And I remember having a conversation with my brother, my eldest brother, about this a couple of years ago, which was, for the amount that realistically our family were struggling with money while I was growing up, they never made it as big of a thing to like me that it was something that I was so like focused on in a sense. And I think that is something that, I mean, huge kudos to them. Like, my entire childhood I felt so spoiled, and I don't even mean materialistic things, like just experiences or going to the beach and, you know, going to the park, and they always made such an effort. And my parents, this feels very weird because I know they're going to watch this, but while I know that we didn't have access to a lot, they really made their fucking life destiny to make sure that me and my brothers, you know, felt spoiled in many ways, and also just in the meaning of like love and stuff like that. And so on our family holidays, they always pulled it off each year, even though I'm like, I don't know where that money came from. But anyways, all year I would, you know, research the airport, research the airplane. I would like look up YouTube videos of the entire duration of the flight that we were going to be taking, and I would look up and research every single shop and restaurant that was going to be in the restaurant, the one we flew from and the one we arrived at. I would look at like the Google Maps of the car park of the airport, like really fucking weird. I had this fixation on airports and airplanes, and I would like love the thought of going to both of those, and I would pack my airport bag weeks in advance before our holiday, and it was because it was this once a year exciting thing, right? I don't know why exactly I had such a fixation on it, but it's really funny because now I hate airports. Like, airports are my least favorite place in the entire world. And also, I hate flying, and I hate planes. Obviously, I'm sitting in a very nice seat right now, so it's very hypocritical to say this. But anyways, I really don't like flying as an adult because I fly solo, and I have such a fear of flying, and I get very heightened whenever I'm flying alone, and I have those fears. And so it's just funny, the juxtapose of me as a child being so obsessed with flying, so obsessed with airports, and as an adult, those are my two least favorite things. I like being at the location, I like being at the destination, I like the anticipation of being at somewhere, but I don't like the in-between stage. I always forget that my least favorite part about flying, other than the fear of flying, is arriving at customs at the other side. I hate American customs. Not only does international customs take so fucking long on the other side, but I get so scared. For some reason, it's the most intimidating process of all time. They normally have like 3 international flights arriving at the same time. Therefore, you have like hundreds of people in this small area, and they normally have like 3 fucking immigration officers working, and it takes hours to get through it, and they're so scary when you talk to them. Like, literally, this is how it's gonna go. They're gonna be like, why are you in the country? And I'm gonna be like, a Mariah Carey concert, and they're gonna be like, really? We don't believe that. What else are you doing? Like, they get so up in my pussy about what I'm doing out here, and it's so scary. That's why I'm excited to do the tour, because obviously that's gonna be under a visa, whereas now whenever I travel to America, it's under like an ESTA like visitor pass. But I'm done with this. Jesus, I was like, I fucking hate it. Let me ask the audience. My big ass over here. I kind of wish I got orange just now, actually. Maybe she was right. It's really intense. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, he didn't take the tray. There's more. The encore. Wait, maybe that's going to be my charcuterie. I'm excited now. I can't believe the next time I'm going to be coming to New York is for the tour. OMG. 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 If anyone is watching from New York and you do not have tickets to my show on February something, I think it's... I'm actually not going to guess just in case it's wrong. Please consider getting tickets. I would love to see you there. I promised my mom I was going to text her throughout this flight. She enjoys when I text her during a travel day, because I'm normally sleeping during the time period that she's normally at work, because she starts work at like 9 a.m. and I normally sleep from like 7 a.m. until like 2 p.m. and she finishes work at like 3 p.m. So I promised her I was going to get Wi-Fi so that I could text her throughout the day. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, okay, so we have got some sort of charcuterie. Well, charcuterie is generous. Also, just to prove that I am currently on a flight, in case you don't believe me. Okay, here we go. This looks more like what I anticipated. So I guess that previous mushroom shite was just a little special treat, I guess. Why am I picking it with my hands? Actually, I am going to do that with my hands. I have to put pepper on everything. I wish I brought my hot sauce with me. I normally keep hot sauce in my bag. I actually do, even on a night out. Just in case I get hungry at the end of the night and get cheesy chips. Oh, I love a cold meat. Yummy. Oh, turbulence. But that's okay. I've had enough of these little bitches. No one mourns the wicked. Let's get pepper on that shit. Not turbulence again. I'll never walk Cornelia Street again. I'm excited to go to Chip City, which is my favorite cookie place in New York, and I'm also excited to go to one of my favorite taco places. Can I remember the name of it? No. Do I know exactly where it is? Yes. Yummy. Maybe tomatoes are good. They remind me of my nana. I used to have a deep fear of them. Oh, he's about to ask something. Yeah, I used to have a deep fear of tomatoes, but I grew up. I don't like them on burgers and stuff because they make it unnecessarily wet, but a tomato on its own, I love it. Wow, this is really refreshing. Oh, that visually. God, I love bread. You know what I love? Bread, cheese, wine. Oh, there's a hair on that. Okay. Wow, this turbulence is going crazy, actually. I have a stabilization on my camera, so you're probably not feeling anything. I'm just gonna pretend I have an image stabilization. Oh, we're being told something. Baby, I can't hear you. Speak up. The speakers are fucked in this fight. I think he's asking if you want dessert. Baby, I won't do dessert, but could I have another glass of champagne? Just you and I defying gravity. I think I'll try to find. I feel like a fucking rabbit. I'm just eating green stuff. I literally feel like when I used to have guinea pigs. Oh, I hate when the plane turns on its side. We're currently turning. Oh, I hate that feeling. You would think with how much I travel, I would be fine on flights. No. Okay, literally, why am I just eating leaves? And why is it delicious? Okay, this turbulence is freaking me out a little bit. What is this feeling? So sudden and new. Knew the moment I laid eyes on you. I'm obsessed with this diva beside me. I mean, she is just watching me fucking perform for you guys. Should we sing karaoke? Maybe I should try this big, long fucking strand of... No. Sorry, I was trying to build up the courage there. I mean... I'm good. Okay, I'll TTYL. I'm also taking this damn belt off. What even is the dessert? Let's look at the menu. Could we be persuaded? Desserts. Traditional ice cream sundae. Cheese plate. I mean, we may as well get the cheese plate just to try it for funsy onesies, you know what I mean? I love this woman beside me. She is on her 3rd glass of champagne. I need to catch up to her vibe. Wait, I want to kiki with her so bad. We need to be friends. I'm the alphabet of her Glinda. And I will be loathing you my whole life. Dear Glinda, you are just too good. Also, there's this place in... Wait, was that in LA? Damn it. Oh my god, I was gonna say my favorite ramen place is in New York. That's not true. It was in LA. God, I love that place. However, my other favorite ramen place, my second, is in New York. It's actually in Times Square. I hate going to Times Square, but I'm willing to go for this ramen. We need to go on this trip. So just write that down in your schedule, okay? Last time I was in New York as well, I paid for... Oh, David got the cheesecake. Hi.
Minutes.
Yes, thank you.
Are you having dessert?
Can I do the cheese?
Cheese?
Yeah.
Which one to keep? Would you like
I'll
a
keep-
refill?
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. It was champagne. Thank you so much, sir. He's so sweet. He asked me if I want a refill, so baby, let's fucking... We need to get it done. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was really awkward. I was dining the champagne whenever he came back. All that for what? But now we've got a refill. I'm excited for this cheese plate. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay, they're definitely experimental looking. I really can't do cheese that doesn't look like normal cheese. Why is this black? What the fuck? Alright, but we're gonna, like, be experimental today. So, that is just jam. I just want to take a bite of it. Okay, so we have this one, which I guess is maybe goat's cheese or, like, something like that. Very thick and lovely. Okay, why does this one look like this? What cheese is this? Do I have to peel it? Why is it rock solid? Wait, maybe you're not supposed to eat the black bit. Okay, I'm not gonna eat the black bit because it's like rock solid. Wait, what kind of fucking cheese is this? This is so good. Whoa. Whoa, that is such an extreme cheese. It's so fucking good though. Can someone tell me what this cheese is? Whoa. And then we have this one. I hate these discolored cheeses, but we'll do it. Ugh. Gross. Gross. Now, why do you taste like fucking socks? Oh, the aftertaste. Oh, where did that go? Oh, the aftertaste is awful. I need grape. I don't know how anyone likes that kind of cheese. You gross bastards. Wow, very impressed with this cheese. Oh, you're not supposed to look. It like comes out of the casing. Wow. That is so impressive. Oh my god, wow. Wow, what kind of cheese is this? Can someone please let me know if you know? Oh my god, that's so good. Wow. What the fuck? That is so good. Mom, if you're watching, do you know what kind of cheese comes like this? Like, could we get it for Christmas? I love cheese and wine. Sorry to break the fourth wall. It's just for my mom. I love cheese and wine for Christmas time. Mom, what is that kind of cheese? In like a black casing. What are these crackers? The Fine Cheese Company Wheat Rounds. Let's try it with the nice cheese. Okay, trying the nice cheese with the cracker, I guess. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Oh my god. What kind of fucking cheese is that? I need to know. Okay, well, this cheese is fucking sensational. Well, if someone could let me know what fucking cheese that is, I'll love you forever. Wow. I just really can't get behind this. Also, not that impressed by this one. I mean, it's alright. I'm gonna TTYL.
Okay, I have made it to New York. Oh my god, I am exhausted. I need to take these headphones off. I have been put in the exact same room as every single year I have came to this hotel. I don't know if I mentioned it in this video or something. I don't know. It felt like there's been the longest travel day ever. Even though everything went great, but just travel days are very exhausting. And I said that every time I stay in this hotel, this is the hotel I always stay in every December. It's in Soho. I say that they always put me in the exact same floor and exact same room. And when they told me that floor number, I got a little inkling that I was going to be in the same room. And I walk up and it's the exact same one. I have had so many memories in this room. I've had so many memories. So anyways, I made it to New York. We are on good timing. It is like 1 or 2 p.m. or something. I got my Uber here. And the guy was super sweet who was driving the Uber. We had a lovely conversation. Sometimes I get in an Uber and the Uber driver will be completely silent, and sometimes they will be fully having a conversation. I'm impartial. I like to be in silence, but if they're gonna have a conversation with me, I will like to have a conversation back. But yes, we have made it. It is rainy in New York. It's really funny because I didn't even need to check like my Uber to make the hotel journey. Oh my god, can my brain work right now? I didn't need to watch Uber on my phone to know when we were going to be close to the hotel because I fully just figured out the route now from doing it so often. But let me give you a little room tour. If you have seen any of my videos in the last couple of years, you will recognize this place. But let me show you. So you come in and you have a bathroom right here. I love the mirror in this place. Hey Diva, hey Diva. I've taken some amazing photos in this. I love the shower in this as well. I love those ones that come down from the roof. So you have a lovely bathroom. And then this is the main bed. You have this little sitting area. Like me and my friend Kat have had so many nights just like sitting here and talking this exact seat. And then you have this beautiful view of Soho. And I love this room because it's like a corner room, so it's like entirely windowed. I've actually never used this TV before in all my time being here, and it also just feels super random and kind of unsafe that it's just on this pillar. But yeah, I love this hotel room. Oh my god, there's like little inflatable Santas. What is going on here? So yeah, it's like kind of rainy. I am gonna go out and get a coffee and just walk around and stuff. Oh, hey, this wasn't here on the floor last time. Who did that? But yeah, I absolutely love this hotel room, and I love this hotel. I also love that robe, and I just love this view. I love waking up in the sunrise and seeing all the buildings, but then I really love it at nighttime because it's obviously like that stereotypical like New York look, and whenever you wake up, it's just like entirely like the blinding lights. So anyways, I'm super, super, super happy to be here. Oh, I'm so tired though. Travel days always take it out of me. I used to have so much more stamina when it came to travel days, where I would be able to like land in a place and just immediately go. Oh, I can't do it anymore. So I was gonna get changed and put on like a cute little wintry outfit. Are we in winter? I mean, I know the stereotypical answer is like yes, but isn't like certain seasons like winter starts like only in December or something? Or am I making that up? I don't know. I got it wrong one year, and I've never known it since. I've never known peace since. Oh, I forgot how comfortable this bed is. I can't wait. I sleep so well in this hotel room. I watch videos on my TV that I have in my bedroom to go to bed that are like New York City at nighttime, like POV, you live in New York, and it's like the sound of like cars honking and just like commotion and all the lights in the buildings and stuff. So I always sleep so well because I get the like POV, I get the virtual experience of it. So yeah, I was gonna put on a cute outfit. I have been wearing this for a long ass time. I've also been wearing these big ass boots for a long time, but we are not going to be changing. This has a hood on it, that is good enough. When your clothes get wet, they start to get like this really weird damp smell from the rain, and I don't want to do that to any of my like nice clothes that I brought, even though it's probably gonna be raining like most days that I'm here. Also, I had a really weird immigration TSA experience. So I went through, and I always panic for these anyway, just because they feel super intimidating. It feels like a job interview, but like you can get like accepted or denied for being like a visitor in the city. Anyways, the woman who was like the immigration officer who I had to do like the little like pass by interview with, you know, where they scan your shit and blah 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 blah. She asked what I was doing in New York, which is the typical questions, and I said Mariah Carey shows, and we had a little giggle back and forth. It was actually the most personable one I've ever had. And then whenever I was leaving, I picked up my bags and I'm like walking to the Uber pickup. And when you walk to the Uber pickup, you walk from baggage into this little area and then out, of the airport. And always at that point, I always call my mom and I will always let her know, hey, I got my bag, we don't have to worry. I'm leaving the airport now. Like, I've never had any issues doing that at JFK, but for some reason, like, alarm bells were apparently off with me on this phone call with my mom. So I'm like walking and literally this officer comes up behind me and like grabs me and pushes me into like a side part, and I'm freaking the fuck out, and I hang up the phone immediately on my mom, and he's like, no phone calls. And I was down to be like, excuse me, either you're lying or you haven't been doing a good job at your job, because I've done that every single time I've came into New York at this exact part. So they pulled me into this little separate part, like right before you like leave, and they made me scan all of my bags again, and they like did a double check of my passport again, and I had to go through like the interview process again. It was very, very, very bizarre. It was very, very, very stressful and really weird. I've never had that experience before, but I guess I learned my lesson not to have a phone call before the fucking Uber pickup. Again, never had that issue before. So just a PSA if anyone's going through JFK. They don't like when you do a phone call when you're leaving the airport. Again, never had any issues. It's not in the no recording or no phone section. It like is after baggage. I think they just didn't like my vibe, and that's fine. Not everyone can love you. Okay, I need to empty this bag out a little bit because I need to bring it with me. Oh my god, all my New York show stickers. I was like, that'll be an interesting thing to talk about if they see that in my bag. Okay, what am I gonna bring in my bag? I'm gonna bring some of the stickers, just in case. I don't know what just in case would be, but also gonna bring my gloves in case I need them, the fingerless gloves I got that day with my friend Liv in London. Gonna bring my AirPods. I've been wearing the headphones all day and they are hurting my head. Oh, I have a little Diet Coke that I didn't drink from the plane. Also, got Altoids for the first time. I was fucking these bitches up on the plane. I was eating them like candy. My lips have also been so dry today. Does anyone else apply Vaseline like this? Everyone always makes fun of me in my personal life for it. I do think it is a little bit weird. Alright, let's head out and just walk around for a little bit. I know the way to like a Blank Street coffee place or something like that, so let's go. God, I can't get over this view. I love this area of New York. Okay, everyone, it is significantly later. It is now 6 p.m. I went back to the hotel after getting coffee. It was so rainy and miserable, and I had, quite honestly, one of the nicest, longest naps I've ever had in my entire life. And I woke up and had completely slept, texted every single person in my entire contacts. I had an entire conversation with my mother that I don't remember having. I had an entire conversation with my friend Kat without knowing. So, I mean, it was really fucking dazed. Anyways, I'm gonna go to Brooklyn right now because I'm gonna meet up with my friend Kat. We're just gonna have a little catch up. So let's go. The way the subway's literally flooding. Okay, everyone, it is so much later now. I went and met up with Kat, and we had a couple hours of getting dinner, and we had a glass of wine, and then I met up with my friends Ash and Riley. I went out in Brooklyn with them. I met Kat in Brooklyn, and then Ash and Riley were in Brooklyn, and it was really fun. I came back home. There is a really great, like, corner shop. I don't know what they're called, but bodegas, I think they're called. They have a little bodega cap, and they're just like little corner shops, and I went in there. I always love it, coming home from like a night out and going in there and getting some sort of sandwich, and I got a tuna wrap, and I ate that shit up. Anyways, I need to go to bed because tomorrow we have a long day. We have the Mucker meetup in the morning, afternoon, and then we have the Trisha Paytas show at nighttime, so a very long day. So I'm gonna love and leave you. Today was a very long travel day, but it was very, very, very fun. I'm really excited to be here, and I will see y'all tomorrow, and goodbye.